You know, when you see an experienced operator using a forklift, it just all seems to happen. It just flows. They pick up loads, they move them, drive around, put them into or out of pallet racking, and have no troubles at all. But when you're a beginner, it's all a little bit different. If you haven't had much experience, suddenly it can be overwhelming. All the things that you need to be thinking of to get that load safely moved to a different location. And so, I'm going to take a few minutes now just to run you through the step by step that the experienced guy just does. But you're going to be thinking about them, and you're going to need to work out how to get it to flow just like that. And so, here we go. Let's give it a go and see how we get on. All right, well, here we go. On the modern forklift, the most recent ones, you need to start it in a specific process. Key, start, safety belt. You can't do it in a different process. You've got to do it in that order. Key, start, safety belt. And then once you've started going through the process, see, if you don't do it that way, it won't move. And so key, start, safety belt. And then we're going to set our mast, set the height, set the tilt, set the side shift, all to the correct positions. Before you start to reverse, you need to check over both shoulders. Really important, because people get hit. Watch rear end swing as you turn. The back of the forklift is going to swing out. While approaching the racking, you need to come in nice and steady, level your mast, and then raise your forks to the correct positions. In the center of the pallet is what you're aiming for. You don't want to hit anything. You want it to proceed in, and then stop, neutral gear, and with your heel of the forks against the pallet. Lift the pallet to about 100 mil. Check both shoulders before reversing, and out you come, and come on out about half a meter from the racking. You don't want to hit anything on the way down. Neutral gear, and drop it down to axle height or below. Tilt it a little if you want to while you travel. Check both shoulders again before reversing every time. And away you go in reverse. Stop, and then into forward gear, so that you can head on in to approaching the racking. You're steering, holding onto the knob on the steering wheel with your left hand. As you approach the racking, you're approaching either left or right, as said before. And when you stop, neutral gear, level your forks, and then up you go to about 100 mil above the beam. Make sure you're not going to hit the post on the side, and then head on in. Once you move forward, you need to stop, and you need to put a neutral gear again. And you're locking the pallet in position with the board at the bottom of the pallet nearest you in front of the orange beam, with the board at the back of the pallet over the back orange beam. So it's locked in position. If you don't do this, it'll be incorrect. Clear your forks from the pallet, check both shoulders before reversing, and out you come, so that you can then shut the machine down. In other words, park it correctly, and that's something that we'll deal with on another occasion.